being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, just the 7 C's. I deal with life different, make that limit squeeze. Went off for my style and identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese. I guess that's why they envy me. On track, now we going way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up. On track, now we going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going on track, now we going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going. I got his.
What is up? It is Wednesday, and I am joined by a familiar face to most and a good friend of the show and partner in crime as we move forward. Justin, what is good on this fine Wednesday evening?
Yo, Phil, thanks for having me on. It's always good to come on Bored TV on the Wednesdays. A lot of stuff on the board. A lot of stuff has been happening, especially with the announcements. So I'm guessing you probably want to talk about that, yeah?
Yes, lots of announcements. Man, there's a lot of things happening, obviously, in the space. I would say overall, we like to do a sentiment check. Sentiment. It almost sounded like I said cinnamon check. Sentiment check on the timeline. I'll be honest, when I'm talking specifically to Yuga Labs, the sentiment actually feels pretty good. I'm not saying perfect, but it feels pretty good. We've seen some people trading up for Bored Apes. Guchita, shout out to him. Friend of the show and friend of mine and Justin's. Traded up his cheetah mutant to a full bore cheetah, a bored cheetah. So again, we are we love seeing that. There's others that have been doing that, just trading up or picking up their first mutant. I was in the Welcome Ape space earlier today, and to me, what they're doing, Welcome Apes, having that space, having that safe space to come and talk and share, and man, some of those stories are just dope. Like honestly, I had somebody that had joined, and he's an Azuki as well, and he loves Azuki, but he straight up said the welcome that he got after picking up the mutant is the best he's had of any community. And that's not shocking to me. Like I've been trying to tell people, you can talk about community all you want, but until you actually do it, I mean, scoreboard. So I've always thought that the Bored Ape community definitely rides deep for the fam, and that was definitely apparent. But man, without further ado, some big news today. And we've been covering this obviously in depth because we had applied for a Thank Ape grant, and they did their second. They announced this yesterday that they're going to be going over their second collection of 10 businesses that were going to be a part of this basically accelerator program. Also, Heavy Sugar. I agree. We need more members. I agree. We only need I posted this today. I think we need legitimately maybe 300 to 500 really people that really want to be here, that want to pick up a mutant or want to pick up a Bored Ape. And I think that would do it would be wild actually. Because there's only 288 total Bored Apes listed. And if you actually go into the nitty gritty details, most of those are astronomical numbers that people just have up there. So I mean, if you want to just talk about floor price, man, it would go up crazy. I also agree that we need more members that want to hold long-term and build with us because it's just dope. And so this is a perfect transition because that's what Thank Ape is doing. Built by ApeCoin. This is the accelerator program created, almost like concocted. Could have worked. created by Thank Ape. And so Thank Ape, if you don't know anything about them, they've been supported by ApeCoin. They're also part of the Thrive protocol, and Thrive does some amazing things within the crypto space of supporting other communities as well. And so Thank Ape is obviously specific to ApeCoin. And so without, again, further ado, over the last 2 weeks, the timeline has been flooded with content made by our Group 1 built by ApeCoin recipients, which there was 10 announced. And this was about a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago. It's officially time to introduce the second group. Recipients who cover a variety of industry, including food and drink, fitness, media, digital goods, and clothing apparel. Please welcome the recipients. And so we'll go through all of these. We have Another World GG, a 3D virtual Ready Player One like digital world aiming to promote Web3 commerce and entertainment, powered by community IPs and digital ownership. Number 2, one that I've been a part of. I used to do a lot of running. I need to get back to it. Also, thank you, whoever's on the Welcome Apes handle. We're going to get there in just a second. But I used to run a lot. I actually am trying to get back to running. And so, man, I love this crew, the Bored Run Club. They do amazing events when we get together as apes. and they go, run 5K, 10K, or if you're Shane, you probably run like, I don't know, a marathon every day because that dude is a freaking machine. But awesome, the exclusive running club for the Ape ecosystem, promoting health and wellness. We host events around the world, encouraging members of our community to get out and be active, and that's massive. We love that. And then number 3 on the list, they didn't want us to wait too long. They didn't want us to wait too long on the list. Yo, Bored freaking Media Group. So you see the tagline on my name today is Thankful Ape, because I truly am thankful, ridiculously thankful. I feel like I do a pretty good job of saying thanks because I think it is super important. But man, we are through the roof, and we're going to talk a lot about this today after we get through some other topics, and maybe we'll just dive into it right now. Actually, man, this lets us just expand, and expansion means a lot of different things. We're actually also going to be doing some rebranding, which is exciting. We've been dropping hints about that forever. So if you didn't know that, you must be living under a rock, or maybe it's your first time tuning in, and thank you for being here. But again, we are obviously working to build the best and most comprehensive content focused on all things Yuga Labs ecosystem, as well as ApeCoin DAO and ApeChain. And when I put ApeCoin DAO, I also throw Thank Ape in there because the amazing things that they're doing there, that to me is like a sub-community, a subset of ApeCoin DAO. So all those things, these are things we already talk about, minus ApeChain because that's being built right now. But we want to do so much more. So much more. And this is, it's a foundational piece for us, legitimately. We'll come back and talk about that in just a second, but let's get through the other businesses that were announced today. We got Rich Class Decor, the homie. I've known this man way before he was a mutant. I used to host spaces called the Graveyard Shift. This is like 2021, 2022, and he used to come in and talk about his rugs. This is before ApeCoin rugs. No way. Well, I've known him way before that. I got my rug right over there. Amazing human being. The rugs are immaculate. And this is just amazing. I love that, again, he was another choice. We Rug the Right Way, a small family-owned business focused on empowering artisans and providing utility to the Web3 community. Official ApeCoin, pure wool, handmade carpets. I'm interested to see what that means. If he's going to be giving some of them out because they're able to be paid for, that'd be kind of cool too. That you could, do some giveaways, etc. Who knows? The rug is immaculate, like legitimately very good. And so again,
shout out. Pause. Are we still able to buy these? These look really sick. Yes. I haven't actually seen these. Holy moly!
Hold on. We're doing this. I'm grabbing mine real quick.
I'm in control of the stream now, bros. I can't see it in the comments, but hopefully Phil. Oh yeah, he's pulling it. Damn, that's a big rug. That's like his whole body. Holy moly.
Yes, it is a large freaking rug. It's really high quality, legitimately. We're really close. This office has gone through a transition. If you've been with Bored TV for any amount of time, man, this used to look much different. It looks so much better. But man, we love the rugs. Yo, J-Dunk, I also agree. What a freaking co-host indeed. All right, so again, let's continue on. We love the Rich Class Decor team. Truly amazing. Spirit Punks, another amazing person in the space. Spirit Punks, the Web3 Spirits Collective. We feature meme and Web3 assets on world-class distilled spirits products. Sailor, Jerry, I think. Now I'm trying to do that off the top of my head. Amazing dude. Legitimately one of the nicest people. I met him down at Fuck It Saturday. Talked to him a bunch. I do not drink anymore. I would still purchase this and have it for guests that want to drink vodka, just because this dude is so good. He's a dope builder, and he's done some really great things. So shout out to that. Heavy sugar, that blue is hard to match. Yeah, you're not matching with what it looks really good on a hardwood floor, though. Legitimately, like you saw that picture, it looked dope. Another amazing crew. The Boring Brew is a company known for its unique specialty coffee. We love coffee. Look at my freaking hat, for goodness sakes. Drink more of it. Products blending traditional coffee culture with modern blockchain technology. They actually did a really sick mock-up of a potential Bored Media Group crew coffee, and we're going to have to probably revisit that because that just seems like something that has to come to fruition. I wear this hat all the time. Why not drink some Boring Brew on Bored TV and all the other things we got cooking? Next up, Grateful Ape Chocolate and Grateful Show. I mean, pink for apes. We love them. And I really do love Grateful Ape. If you talk about being grateful, he is that all the time. Extremely positive person in the space. And they sell premium chocolate. I've tried it. It's delicious to traditional Web2, excuse my pointer, Web 2 audience through the biggest online retailer here in the Czech Republic, with cooperating with Web 3 events and brands. Grateful Show has been empowering communities, builders, and artists since 2021, and X Space hosted every Tuesday and Thursday. Again, if you haven't checked that out, you should. Number 8, another great builder that's been here for a minute, Bored Munchies. If you haven't tried it, you should. Experience the exceptional world of Bored Munchies, where health and innovation unite to redefine snacking. We love the snacks, delivering unparalleled flavors, excitement through our unique fusion of captivating intellectual property and blockchain technology. Amazing. Love it. I also have this barbecue sauce in the fridge. I actually used it yesterday. No cap. Cheetah Pit Barbecue is the first inaugural barbecue sauce now available. And they're made by Ape's Bodega, selling unique barbecue sauce, dry rub, and accessories. Shout out to Claude. We love that. And then I got these jokers coming on the way when they're shipped. I ordered, I think, 2 of these. This is the Board Shorts, a Web3 native brand collaborating with other Web3 brands, artists, and creators to sell high-quality luxury ocean streetwear. I had to get them. They had the banana ones, and I think I might have got these flamingo ones too.
The flamingo ones look hot. These are hot.
They are. They're good. We love them. Eagle Run. Yes. Ape barbecue sauce. You better freaking believe it. Claude is out of Florida, and I do have the barbecue sauce. If my fridge was closer, I'd go show you. I got the barbecue sauce directly in the fridge. Used it on a Boring Brew. What's up? Man, we have to talk coffee, Boring Brew. You got to come through.
Yo.
Barbecue sauce is in the fridge. It's delicious. I had it on I made like a meatball sandwich yesterday. Dude, Boring Brew, congratulations. I'm so glad you're coming through. I just want to say congrats. Man, we love you guys. I hope you know that. We've talked a bunch. The mock-up you guys did of the stay board looks like something we have to – let's talk again because, man, I mean, look at my freaking hat, for goodness sakes. I basically drink water and coffee is all in my rotation. That's all I drink anymore. And so we got to talk again. Yo, congratulations, Boring Brew. We are so excited for you, for real. And so again, let's go back a little bit to where we come in, because the reality is we want to do a bunch of cool things. And we've been doing that. We started, I actually went back and looked. Our first stream, I believe, was like July, the first week of July. Our 1-year anniversary, I put out a video that I created on July 8th. And so it's coming up on 2 years. It's wild how this is lined up, because it just feels like perfect timing. Feels like absolutely perfect timing as we go in, completing year 2, going into year 3, rebranding, growing, changing some things of what we do, and all for the better. Like, truly, I'm extremely excited. I've been talking a lot to different people, builders, and the number one is Justin. Justin's here tonight. I've been talking to Justin for a long time. Probably a month and a half, 2 months. I've lost track of time. And it's all been about, what can we do together with other people? Obviously, Will and Bryce as well, Squirtle, Don't Feed the Wolf. These are people that I've worked with for a long time. But how can Justin and I push it to another level? Because both of us are very passionate about the space, and we think and we truly believe that content is key. And how can we highlight, spotlight builders, games, protocols? How can we have fun? How can we do entertainment type things? Short form, medium form, long form, video content, audio, podcast. I mean, everything, written articles. We've done some of this in the past, but it was kind of like, how do we do this? How do we flesh this out where it becomes something that you can mark your calendar? You know exactly what's happening every day of the week. You have something every weekday. And then on the weekends, we have special surprises as well, including conversation with Yuga Labs employees, conversations with faraway employees, I should say, streaming games, Project Dragon, streaming Dookie Dash, streaming Legends of the Mara. Like, these are things we've talked through all of this. And so to have this foundational piece, which is this, it's a substantial foundational piece for us. It's like, it's not step one. We've taken a few steps. Step one was I could pull the video back up. It's freaking hilarious looking back. Still great, because we still came on and had a great show. But there was probably 5 people watching, which didn't matter. We were still having fun. The quality was not as good. We had no cool fire intro that I had cooked up, no outro, nothing. And but at the end of the day, we are ready to move forward, because if you've ever heard me talk, I'm always about, let's look forward. What can we do better? What are some things that we can implement? What are some things that we can continue to add in the chamber? Because the passion runs super deep. And if we joked about it 2 years ago, becoming the ESPN of Yuga Labs ecosystem, ApeCoin, and now obviously Ape Chain. I mean, we're kind of ready to start maybe step 5. Maybe that's where our step 3, 4, somewhere. Step 6.9. I'm not sure. Somewhere in between there. But the absolute fact is, I'm going to throw it to Justin here. Justin, you and I have been talking for a long time. Obviously, we were kind of waiting on this news because we are also working on an AIP to continue to flesh this out even more. But this is a very substantial first step in this new brand coming up on the 2-year anniversary. It actually feels like it's all lined up perfectly, and it's exactly how it should. So, Justin, man, are you excited about some of these things we've been talking about? Obviously, we can't give it all away, but just to say, you and I have been talking, collaborating on content. Is that fair?
Yeah, Phil. Oh man, I can't. I feel like the time is like upon us. July is like right around the corner. I know you mentioned that you came across your 2-year mark. I literally I'm gonna cross my 1-year mark on July 7th, I think.
Dude,
so it's like 1 year for me, and I'm like, wow, time is like went by like that. And we just want to make sure that we can play all the games. We can live stream everything. We can, spread out and showcase all the MBAs that are, pushing out and building throughout the bear, because, it's been a brutal bear. Let's be honest. So I'm excited to put like a calendar on the board, push all the content, and then like possibly cook up an AOP, but we'll see where that goes when that time is appropriate. But very excited. I am very excited.
We got the Figma board cooking. We've had that marinating and moving and shaking. And at the end of the day, we're continuing to have awesome conversations. Nothing to hide. This is all exciting. Like, we've talked to Spencer with Horizon Labs about how we can support Ape Chain. We've talked to, obviously, Thank Ape. Again, huge shout out to Thank Ape and the whole team. This is like very honored to do more. And the thing about me, and I think this is apparent, but maybe not, because a lot of us, haven't met in the flesh. Man, I want to show out when people show me any love. And so, man, now that we have some serious support financially to build out some stuff on the website, to add some more functionality, to do some fun things that we don't even know yet, what that brings, you can bet your ass I'm going to be showing up every day to create more content, because content is key, but also sometimes content is taken for granted. And so, are we exactly where we want to be right now? No, that's the whole point. We want to do more. And so there's never like, let's fall asleep at the wheel. Let's be content in what we've done. Do I think we've done some awesome shit? 100%, 1,000,000%. We've had awesome guests. We've had freaking Gordon and Garga watch our stream multiple times. We had Garga come through when we were doing the Kodamara breaking. Like, we've streamed Dookie Dash. We streamed Other Side, and there was a lot of freaking viewers that day watching our stream. We've done all those things. That's been great. We've done articles. We spotlighted builders, board building. It's going to be more than that. And it's going to be so consistent. You're going to be able to set your clock to it. You're going to be able to look at the calendar that we put out. And we'll probably put that out sometime in the next week-ish, maybe next week. And you've seen some of that. Our infographic every Monday. Justin's going to be joining the crew here, doing some awesome content. Obviously, I'm going to be doing more. Bored TV might look a little bit different. We're not really sure. That's kind of up in the air. But there's a potential where that looks slightly different. And then we'll have more video. They're gonna be short form. Our WTF, what the fuck series is going to be dropping. I think the first episode will come out tomorrow. If not tomorrow, definitely Friday. And it's literally what the fuck is Bored. I should say Bored Network and Co. And it's literally just an introduction of what we want to do. These will be short form content that breaks down things in the Web3, crypto, and NFT space. We'll talk about games with that. We'll talk about NFT specific collections. We'll talk about new information that hits the timeline. But to us, it's going to be fun. We're going to have some entertainment segments too. Mint, Mary, Burn, those things are coming back. We're going to do short form content on that, where we're going to have community members from all different communities come on for very, very short recorded segments. And they have to pick certain NFTs that might be associated with a very famous person. They have to pick one to burn, one to mint, one to marry. And so we are going to have fun, because that's important, but we're also going to be the most informed, consistent space to get information on all medium types, because we believe that not every person takes in information the same. Some people like to read it. Some people like to listen. Some people like to be, involved in the conversation with the space. Some people like to watch a live stream, short form content, TikTok, Reels. We're going to try to do all of it. Now, is it going to be instant next week? Everything's going? No, but I would say July is a big month for us. And it's so funny that Justin's going 1 year. We're going 2 years. It's time for liftoff. Literally, Jesus, what's good? Literally, rocket red countdown liftoff. That's exactly
I
how
like
we're
how the
feeling.
emotes don't show up, right?
I know that's so funny. But excited is the understatement of the year. So I just want to say, Justin, man, you've already obviously been a good friend of mine, but I just say like, welcome aboard. Haha. But as we continue to integrate, obviously, and help each other and build out some stuff that we've got cooking here for Board Network and Co. And again, I want to reiterate, thank you to Ape Coin DAO for supporting Thank Ape and their initiatives through Thrive Protocol. And then obviously, thank you to the entire team at Thank Ape. I know so many of them. They're great people. And so just thank you. This lets us do some much larger vision things. Yeah. 3 pillars: Yuga Labs ecosystem, ApeCoin DAO / Thank Ape, and Ape Chain. And what's coming? We're going to be the place that you can get that information, the best content, entertainment, and information, and all the land. And then who knows where it goes from there? Who knows where it goes from here? Because we're going to continue to push. We've been consistent. If you know anything about Justin, he's consistent as hell and he creates great content. If you know anything about me, man, I'm trying to spread positivity on the timeline every single day. We're going to be here. We're going to be building brick by brick. There's my long spiel, but it's super exciting. Super exciting. Thank Garga. Thank Phil. Yeah. Thank you, Garga, for being Garga. All right. Next up, because there is more than that to talk about, and we'll go back and we can always circle around if you guys have comments, thoughts. Of course, put them in the comment section. We do see them and we like to talk to you. You make the show so much more fun. Man, this past weekend, Bored Brewing and Co. had their grand opening of their Bored Tap Room in Calgary. Obviously, shout out to the apes involved in the festivities. Peter and friends. Gene was up there, obviously helping out a bunch. Man, it looks phenomenal. If you hadn't seen their branding for their beers, amazing. Yes, thanks to Justin.
What?
Yeah, we're thanking everybody. Heavy Sugar's going down the list and thanking everybody. We love it. We are very thankful. But this amazing branding, couple different. Oh, there's the freaking robot, the mega robot, and then this mural is amazing in the background. A bunch of the apes that have made a partnership there with Bored Brewing to have their ape on a beer. I'm not going to dox these people, but there's a number of people that you would know. Peter is the tall one in the middle. I'll dox him because he's been shown before. He's right in the middle, tall dude with a pink font and blue font t-shirt. But again, amazing. Love the mural. Congratulations to Peter and the whole team. This looks amazing. Justin, I don't know if you'd seen this, but they have their own bodega in the brew house, in the tap room to share out and show out for all these different amazing brands. You see Bored Jerky, you got the Ape Adventures with Reaper, obviously you got the different drinks, the shoes from Fresh Kicks up in the right-hand corner. I mean, dude, there is so many amazing things here, and I love this. This is the way that you collaborate together in a way to support each other, sell amazing products, and just, again, share the brand. So, again, huge shout-out to the Bored Brewing Company and all of those associated. They do amazing things consistently. We love Peter, amazingly nice dude, and I know Gene's helping a bunch up there too, and a bunch of the rest of the crew. So again, hats off, shouts out to them. Man, one thing I saw, and then I'm gonna throw it to you, Justin, is I thought about building, and then I saw this tweet from the one and only J-Bond. If you don't know J-Bond, you must be living under a rock. And it got me thinking. I'm just gonna leave this here for you, and then you can give your 2 cents. Show me other NFT communities doing this stuff on their own, all within 3 years. I'll wait. That's all. Bored Ape associated businesses.
That's pretty wild.
Dude.
I honestly don't know where you can find. Well, maybe I just haven't looked, but like, to have entire businesses like rebrand under the Bored Ape Yacht Club IP and just like keep moving forward, that's insane. That's actually wild to see. Like from an industry standpoint, just outside of Web3, that doesn't really happen. So it's like wild to see that. Like, that's pretty bullish in my opinion for the scale of where the IP can go. Like, I'm bullish on that.
Dude. It's just like, again, I saw this and it's like, sometimes we're so hyper focused in the minute on the hour of every day, especially in the crypto and Web3 space. That's naturally how that happens. But man, when you just push like pause for a second, you zoom out a little bit and then you see a post like this, I just sit there and I think, damn, dude. And these are not like some like shabby ass place. Like obviously what J-Bond's doing with Bored and Hungry in a couple different Asian spaces, amazing. Like that building looks freaking dope. We know the food's been fire. I had it at I think one of the Ape Fest. We got obviously the brewing company that just opened up their tap room. Looks freaking fire. Bored Cuban, amazing. I had their coffee at Latin Cafe 2000 fucking Friday. I guarantee it. Fucking Saturday. I guarantee it that they have the same is the best coffee. I shit you not, the best coffee I ever had in my life. And so like Bored Cuban, I'm sure is like super high class. The branding is amazing. And then you got Board and Stone, which I think you can go if you have an ape and get like an eighth every day or something, like for free. Just
Oh, really?
utility if you if you live close.
Utility.
You know, we talk about utility. There's some utility, but the reality is there's more than this. These are just for obviously brick and mortar type businesses. And you look at the NBA licenses, and you look at what Thank Ape is supporting. It really is pretty crazy. It is really massive, and it's just really really dope. And so, man, shout out to all those building. Obviously, we're focused on this Bored Ape specifically, but I see you. I see all the builders out there, and a salute and a tip of the cap to you if you're building something immaculate, amazing, etc. Next up on, what I also side note to Elon's freaking X. Sometimes it's so annoying when you're like, it looks like you're not following the person because it's not showing.
Oh, dude, that makes me so mad. I'm like, I am following the person.
Dude, I was just about to share this and it said I didn't follow other page. I was like, what? And so, man, we're going to dive into this a little bit. And Justin, as we dive into this, I'd love to have some of your speculation. I have some of my own thoughts as well. But other page, we absolutely love them. In fact, I didn't like this. Seems a little suspicious too. Whatever. We're thrilled to partner with 10KTF to provide key infrastructure for upcoming activations on Ape Chain. So if you know anything about Other Page, or if you don't, we are both ambassadors to Other Page. We love that entire team. They're amazing people, amazing builders in the space. They definitely love the community, but they've been creating these badge systems that is super cool because for those of us saps or boomers like myself that really like the collecting aspect, right? I know, shocker, we actually like to hold stuff for a while. Getting badges to show, different things, years that you've had it, or, maybe you were a first user of XYZ thing, I think is freaking fire. And so, Justin, what are your thoughts, your speculative thoughts when it comes to Other Page announcing this partnership and at the timing too? Obviously, we have Project Dragon coming up here in July, and then I'm going to trust them. Every month after that, we'll have an activation of Project Dragon. What is your thoughts on the timing of this announcement, and maybe what could this potentially be? We are speculating here. I have my own thought, but I'd love to hear it.
Oh, that's a good. Okay, we're in speculation zone right now.
100.
So I maybe I'll speak less to on Other Page working with 10KTF, but I love that they're making all of the badges for each of the collections. Like that's super personalized. I know people are totally all for that. I like having my badges as well. But if we're talking in specific, are we talking specifically about 10KTF and
just like this wording, providing key infrastructure for upcoming activations on Ape Chain. That's like kind of specific. And I think back.
I actually don't know then.
Okay, so I'll give you
my
guess, and then you can extrapolate on that if you want. So when 10KTF was really, and they're still building every Thursday, you get some graphic, etc. But when we had these like loadouts and you had to wear your gear and blah, 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 you're buying gear, putting your ape on it, etc. You're going in and doing these missions. You got like badges for that too. You got like remembrance things like tokens or what, like again, and you try to collect all of them. I got a feeling that we're going back to these loadouts maybe sooner than later. And maybe some of it is Project Dragon tied in. So like you go to the July one and you have a 10KTF avatar. Maybe you're able to get one of these badges that's provided by Other Page. I think the way that 10KTF used to be run feels like a perfect marriage to how Other Page could support them with the badge system, being able to put out their story, not have to worry about all the other details, and being able to, see what you have, own, etc. It just, to me, makes way too much sense, and I think that would be fire. So again, don't go. It's no financial advice. Don't go buy a million 10K TF things because Phil has some insider knowledge. I promise you, I do not. But I just think the partnership from the outside looking in makes a hell of a lot of sense. Thinking back to what 10K TF once was and where it could potentially and will go, I believe, in other side. I think there's some interesting wording there. The timing, June 20th. I mean, I just feel like something in my bones tells me there might be some sort of activation. And maybe it's simply a badge, and that's dope. I'm telling you, I like that. For those of us that are here for the long run, collecting those badges is actually a really, really cool thing. Yes. Thank you, J Dunk. He swept 1,000 grailed. Yeah, not financial advice. Once again, no advice. No. Just a complete speculative thought. I just think I'm doing the Charlie, what's the cat's name? Not Charlie Sheen. Day, where he's like, and Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He's got, the meme. He's got all the fucking things on the wall and mapped out. That's me right now. There's no advice here. This is all speculation. But I would just say again, a massive shout out to the Other Page team. We love them. They know this. I think they love us too. We are super. I'm proud. I know Justin is too. We're proud to be ambassadors. They send us some goodies. And we love helping builders. Like at the end of the day, Justin and I and others, we're here long term. That's why we like to do content. I know, like, that's shocking, right? If you like to do content, if you like to spend lots of time, hours creating information for other people because you just like it, you're probably here for the horizon's kind of long because you're not getting
perhaps
necessarily like instant gratification. But for us, creating it on things that we like, that's actually super gratifying. So again, Other Page, we know they're freaking goated. No shocker there. Next up, we're going to jump into two things. Let's go first to a post. I'm not going to call it a tweet. A post by the GOAT, Mr. Garga. I'll go ahead and read it. And then as I read, Justin, I'm not sure if you read this or not. If not,
yeah,
I'll read you as a bedtime story here. How many new chains do you think are going to be launching in the next 6 to 12 months? Talking with people who have deal flow, it sounds like between 50 and 100 that have raised serious money, which makes sense. The easiest thing to raise money for since forever has been a new chain on infrastructure. Good news. A lot of these new chains will probably have airdrops. Bad news. Hard to see how it will be anything but a massacre afterwards, since there's zero content for any of these chains. Excuse me. The age-old playbook here has been get funding for new chain. What's it do? I don't know. Thumbs up. Create a pot of money on that chain for people to farm. DeFi farmers funnel in, attempt to use that liquidity to bootstrap other uses for the chain. You can't use that playbook to infinity, and DeFi is getting more and more hyper-concentrated. When 50 chains are all launched at once, trying variations of the same play, it's going to be the ones that prioritize or have a leg up on content that are going to win. To me, that means NFT users and dApps that NFT users actually want to use. Shocker. At some point, the pendulum must swing away from infra and towards content and consumer crypto. What exactly does that look like? Who knows? But I think when the pendulum swings back, it'll be a lot more ghost chains in the wake. What is your takeaway from that relatively long
well post? I would say, yeah, definitely. It's like you need a good example is Win Syndrome from the first Incredibles movie. It's like when everybody is super, nobody is. And like the meta right now is very airdrop oriented. It's like, it's like liquidity farming. And that worked back in 2020, but just because it was so nascent, it was like the first of it happening at any given point in time. But now it's like a lot of the chains are like overfarmed. The majority, I would just say, it's very saturated with the amount of people that are farming for airdrops, and like, I don't really care about the infrastructure necessarily. I'm not speaking on any specific chain. We've seen like a bunch of chains over the past like 6 months, host airdrops and stuff like that. But again, it is just about user retention and like long term. Otherwise, you're just left with a ton of liability and dead chains and stuff like that. And that's not really good for the health of any chain. So I mean, making sure that things are product market fit on, say, for example, Ape Chain, that's like super critical and necessary, especially if it's going to have adjacent products like Other Side, any of the games that get funded, especially with the banana bill coming out. That's
Yeah.
pretty important. So that's my opinion. It's just like you got to be really careful about where you farm your liquidity and making sure that people are aligned. But again, liquidity goes where it wants to go. You do have to have some type of incentive at some point. So
Yep.
again, we'll just have to be careful about it, be smart about it, and I'll just keep an eye on it. That's what I think.
I think that's beautifully said, sir. Yeah. At some point, you have to build something that people actually want to use, not because they're being incentivized to use it, right? Like that, you have to incentivize use to begin the process, but then you have to have some things that are sticky, some things that people actually want to go back, tap into because of functionality or things that they do. Content as well. I like how he talks about NFTs, content, etc. I mean, to me, it's pretty obvious. He's talking about how, he's looking forward to Ape Chain, I think, because he knows the things that they're going to be putting into that. It's been very apparent more recently, right? As they started talking, Yuga as a whole has started talking more about Ape Chain and ApeCoin and how, they are going to be supporting that. Obviously, everything is run on ApeCoin and will probably be run on Ape. Well, it's going to be run on Ape Chain. Okay. And so this felt very specific to the meta, like you said. And I like when he has these thoughts as a CEO. I like when he puts it out there because it's like a thought that he's having in that moment, maybe at a lunch break, coffee break, maybe at night when he's getting ready to go to bed. I have those thoughts all the time. And sometimes it's good to just write it out there and get it on the timeline. And especially because it's someone like him, it doesn't mean that he's right every time, but I think the community really loves hearing his perspective. And he's right. Like he's been here. He is a crypto native person. He really is. And I think people lose sight of that. And so it makes me excited about Ape Chain. It does. Again, I'm connecting some dots there, but it makes me excited about Ape Chain because of what's to come. It's just, to me, it's obvious that they're going to be really supporting in a big way. And this is not financial advice. I was on a space within the last week. I couldn't tell you exactly what day. It's summer and I'm a teacher. Do you think I know what day it is? The fact I showed up here on a Wednesday, I can't believe it. But Spencer from Horizon Labs, and this is not verbatim, please do not hold me to this, but he said something along the lines of, I think people will be surprised in a good way when they see what Yuga is doing with the chain or for the chain or for community XYZ. That is not a verbatim statement, but it was like my ears perked up, my eyebrows raised a touch. I'm not expecting some crazy thing where I can go buy a Lambo, pay off my house, but I thought it was interesting. And especially with some of what they've said before, getting back to crypto native, getting back to the degen shit, it kind of just perked my interest. And then you see this, to me, it just means that Ape Chain is going to be fire. Yeah, go sweep those 1,000 Horizon Labs, my boy. That's great. Speaking of, I think it's perfect timing. Let's take a look at the voting on ApeCoin DAO, specifically on the banana bill. And if you haven't yet, you should go to boredmedia.xyz because you can actually connect and vote on our website. And we also have a PWA. Put us on as an app on your phone. Go for it. It's there all the time. You can check out our website. Our content is delivered there. It's formulated there, and you can actively vote on these proposals. I am not connected currently. I'm actually not on my laptop, so I can't even do that. But if I want, I voted on this before. I had to test it out, obviously, months ago. But here we go. This is the banana bill, number 1. Also, if the dark is not your flavor, we got a light mode too. That's right.
I think the light mode looks better in this case.
This one, I think it's easier to read all of this text because it's so small.
Yeah.
So right now, for 16 million, so 97% against 587K. To be honest, none of this is really shocking. Again, if you don't know much about it, the TLDR is 100 million Ape coin, aka doll hairs, to support Ape Chain development. And you can see the breakdown there. Some of those allocated to commercial agreements, initiatives in year 1, and then other things down the line. Not shocking. A lot of big support from, Yuga. 2 of the advisors are from Yuga. They are not receiving any funds from it, but they're there to help. And Horizon Labs is on there. and a mocha is going to have somebody on there. Like, none of this is shocking. If you're shocked that this is passing or doing well, I think you're crazy. This needs to pass. You need to have funding to support your chain. Otherwise, the ghost chain thing, we actually just go like full bore ahead, 1 million miles an hour to ghost chain. Alpha regarding Mocha TG and how it work will all this huge things going on. Interesting. I would love to talk more about that sometime soon, Jesus. Speaking of mochas, don't think we forgot about you, mochas. We talked about you too. I talked to Jesus. He can attest. I've obviously talked to Justin. We will 100% be talking about some mocha verse stuff as well with this new branding and Bored Networking Co. So again, no surprise, 100 million Ape for the banana bill. That'll probably get passed. There are a few other things up for proposal. Laughing Ape with Aaron Haber is down 6 million to 450K. But the thing is, we're waiting on a lot of these large delegations. That's what makes it a little bit funky, to be honest with you. Because you just kind of wait and see. And you can go in those communities and see how they're doing. We also have, excuse me, the God bless, Unboxing Web 3. I almost forgot what it was called. They have 3.3 million for and 500K against. Again, waiting on some of those larger entities. We have the Ape Facing Apes. I actually just purchased my Ape Facing Ape because I just feel like that team has been dope and I've been wanting to for a long time. And it was like 69 Ape. I was like, sure. It was less than $1. I'm like, sure, let's do it. Right now they're against 4.7 million and for 300,000. And last but not least, other page, the homies. Right now they're down. They have against 5.6 million. They have 500K. But again, there is a lot of votes to come in still, like a lot. And so none of this is over. If you're looking at it and thinking, oh shit, I really love other page, but they're getting smoked, there's no reason for me to vote. That is not true. These large delegations, those votes will come through. You will see that soonish. And then you'll see the real, like, how that's going to shake out. If you like one of these proposals or don't like it, you should still vote for them. Go vote. Do your due diligence. Not financial advice. Once again, do not sweep 1,000 Ape coins. Actually, you can do that one, J-Dunk, if you want, because maybe it'll help the price go up. If you want to sweep 1,000 Ape coins. Thoughts on the banana bill? We like the 100 million, Justin?
It's like necessary at this point. We kind of need that. You can't launch a chain without having incentives in the, behind them, especially if you have a specific purpose. I think Yuga, putting their weight behind it, along with Mocha putting their weight behind it, kind of denotes how important it is. So yeah, it's probably gonna go through. I don't think anyone's gonna. It's fucking going through.
It's definitely going through. I really need to. Thank you, Junk. Let's freaking go. He swept 1,000.
You just sold 1,000 Ape coin. Amazing.
I sold those to you. Joke's on you. No, hey, we got some breaking news. I really need to get some sound effects, some sound alarms on here. That's going to go on my notepad for next week to add to it. Some breaking freaking news. Frosty.
Oh, dang. Frosty bought a mutant. I didn't see this. Oh my God. I've been sleeping.
20. Nah, you were here with me. 8:16 our time. He bought this. This freaking mutant is fired too.
Oh,
love the merch hat. Freaking love it. Frosties, Other Side Wiki. We freaking love Frosties. Frosties, what's up, dude? This freaking mutant is fire, dude. Legitimately. I love this freaking mutant. Really, really cool. Congratulations, dude. You've been such a massive part of the community forever. You having a mutant is just like the cherry on top. Also, if you haven't yet, make sure you check out Frosty's Other Side Wiki proposal that he has posted. Get some feedback. We love the feedback. Feedback is powerful. Positive and constructive criticism goes a long way. Paid some premium, but worth it in my opinion. Frosties, I think this mutant legitimately is fire. I don't say that about all mutants. I really like it. I really like the merch hat too. Really.
No, the big question is, Frosty, you're gonna put it on.
Oh, he's got to rock the coda. It's so dope, though. It's iconic. It's I don't know. That's hard.
You can't take the coat off. I don't think so. Like,
Ooh, you know what?
I
I also noticed? His nice yellow background with the yellow coda. It matches beautifully. We love it. Man, again, congratulations. Had to hit that. Breaking news on Bored TV. We love it. We love when we've talked about that at the beginning. We've seen these amazing community members that have been here forever, that are a massive part of the community, that are picking up mutants. You know, maybe trading up to a Bored Ape, maybe buying a second Bored Ape, buying a second mutant, whatever it was. Buying codas, that's still happening, I think. I hope. Man, I don't want to even talk about how much I spent on the coda. Mutant on the shoulder of the coda. Yo, Frosties, that would actually be freaking hilarious. You should definitely do that.
That would work.
It's always the opposite.
It is always the opposite. The coda's on the mutant.
We love the toga too. Jesus, let's freaking go. Dude, we should have toga parties. Put that on the next fuck it Saturday and all Ape Fest ventures. We must have toga parties. You know, one side tangent, I once went to a toga party in college, a legitimate one. My toga was orange because that's the only sheet I had was orange. It was freaking, dude, and now I have an orange background. It was all in the stars, dude. Okay. Anywho, massive shout out to Frosties. We do have one more topic I do want to cover. And just, I'm going to let you take a lot of this after. I'm going to read through the announcement of Dookie Dash, but I do want to talk a little bit about Faraway. And I know that you're ingrained in the Discord. And if there's anything you want to just like share or point out to people that are maybe curious on specifically like Mara's, Legends of the Mara, heavy metal type stuff, any information that you've seen on the Discord. By the way, if you haven't joined the Discord of Faraway, you're a fool because they have a lot of great information there and they answer questions. You should join, like legitimately. And I'll throw it to Justin here in a second because he'll tell you the same thing. You're a fool if you don't join. So a little bit of an update. Dookie Dash Unclogged is officially live in 6 countries. You can go. This is a massive first step, but we still have more work to do. Like the sewers, we're constantly running into shit that makes us realize we need to up our game for the normies. We've added new game modes, new content, prizes, and that's us just warming up. Right now, it's safer to say that we're looking at a full-fledged release closer, to the end of summer. We know this is a bummer, but we promise you any delays are a direct result of our need to ensure this game sticks hard. You all been waiting patiently, and while we can't put Curtis in your pocket just yet, we want to share a little bit of what we've been working on. And so long. We're going to spend the next week sharing some sneak peeks of the new DDU. Even beta testers haven't seen this stuff yet, so I haven't even seen some of this. I was a beta tester. So to kick off 7 days of Dookie, here's an inside look at arcade mode. Hit 3 cows, bing bong. We love to hit those damn cows, and it just wrecked my ass in the first Dookie Dash. Throw me into a wall, pole. In arcade mode, you'll need to complete levels with objectives to progress and win prizes. We love prizes. This new mode helps us introduce mechanics to new users and digestible bites while rewarding them with new unlocks. Hit 3 cows. There we go. So I'm going to go back here. So again, end of summer. And then they've also had posts this week. And I guess we'll go in order because going in backwards order, maybe that throws people off. I don't know. Holy shit. I can't find it. There's
a lot of updates there, brother.
Yeah. Whoa. And look at this guy. Look at this fool doing a breakdown. I don't know who this guy is. I'm just going to here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's right. Today we're checking out Star Journey. Star Journey is like a battle pass, but with bits of BAYC lore sprinkled in. You know, Jimmy, Key, Butthole, etc. As you complete achievements, you'll unlock new skins, missions, lore, and other. I like that with the lore, so you can take a look at that. Cow bump, bink. Then you can see something under here as well. Star Journey is a core mechanic that keeps players coming back to the sewers. But since you can't get into the sewers just yet, we invite you to the Discord server. Pretty much answer questions and info dump in various channels all day. A lot to keep up with. And then the one from today, we like this one. We like it. Day 3. Today we're spilling the beans about mini events, Lava Quest, Sewer Race, and Moo Moo Madness are coming to DDU as daily mini events that reward players with special prize for completing tricky and time-sensitive tasks. And you can see a little graphic here. Congratulations, you advanced to the next tab. We love that. Ooh, interesting. I hadn't even seen these. Ooh. Mini events have their own special leaderboards, which give you a chance to compete against a much smaller group of divers. These events go a long way in luring players back into the sewer because you feel good about your leaderboard spot, which reminds us that we should love to lure you to our Discord server where you can ask us important questions like who approved the name Moo Moo Madness. So this time, if you haven't joined the Discord, I don't know what the hell you've done. Bummed, of course, to not have Dookie Dash already. Of course. Like, duh. But I'd be way more bummed if they pushed it out and it flopped because of things that they had not tested enough and it just like burst as they released it to the masses. That would be infinitely worse. And so, am I wishing I could be playing it right now? Yeah, it's summer. I got time. Am I more happy that it's going to be really, really great and I can share it with all my students when I go back in the fall? Yeah, it'll be dope. So, we love that. We definitely love that. Now, Justin, I'm going to put you a little bit on the spot, not too much, but for those of these people that have not joined the Faraway Discord, what are some things, maybe some just information or things to look forward to? Legends of the Mara, I know you're playing, so am I. I only have one chest. I've been going slow, but I'm working on my second one as we speak. What has changed in the Legend of the Mara? What are some things that people can now win out of those chests that's different than before? And what are some, maybe just some information? And I'll jump on that Discord here too and see if I can pull up some pictures. But what is your overall sentiment of Faraway and how they're like kind of giving out, spreading information in the Discord and on the timeline?
Yeah. So if you go into the Discord, Everyday Zucchini is like in there all the time, like dropping peaks on what they're working on development wise. So whether that's changing up the leaderboard, adding in more rewards, a couple of the rewards that were added. I know I covered this in my previous thread. The most recent stuff was related to the new like when the Sidians start fighting back in season 4. He shared some like development updates on like the animations as well as like the new point modifiers and the art styles. But he also spoke to the ascension levels of the Kodamaras and how you'll be able to, basically kind of like level them up from levels 1 through 15 and how you'll be able to assign more faraway points into basically assign your points that you earn in game into your Kodamaras. But essentially, there's also another change inside of the leaderboard such that people are able to earn like paradise lands and heavy metal lands. And just to make sure it's completely clear, like those aren't other side lands. Those are just like essentially the game board that you can use inside of Legends of the Mara, the game itself. So that allows heavy metal owners to play the game in the heavy metal format. That also allows them to have like a whole team of heavies, and instead of like having an ally, you can have like a Kodamara ally in that specific land format. But again, all those are inside of the leaderboards of which you can check like right now. So 1 through 400, you'll be able to get maybe a couple of paradise lands if you're on the leaderboard. So that's pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff changing with the economy happening in the faraway end of the IP. So I remember posting a couple of threads on that as well. So that was pretty important. There's a lot of stuff happening. If you just want the scoop, I would just recommend joining the Discord because that's like the place where people will tell you what's happening.
Yes, indeed. And I will share just one singular image from the Discord. I just went there myself real quick. For those heavy connoisseurs, a little bit of a art dump. So again, I think what I would say is get into the Discord if you haven't yet. Faraway's Discord, go to their X, join their Discord, and then bug the hell out of Spencer, aka Everyday Zucchini. Bug his ass. All the information. Tell him Phil sent you. No, the reality is I actually love how they're, just giving good information, sharing, images, even when they're not 100% ready to rock, like they're just sharing the process. I think that's a big part of what we're learning. And they're learning too, not just Faraway. I'm talking about Web3 builders as a whole. They're remembering that this is building in public. And sometimes, actually most of the time, it's okay to have things that aren't exactly perfect because you can let people digest what you have, give you feedback, and then you can actually reiterate on that and make it even better. And so we look at this shit, 5 days. Next week is July. Also, side note, I do know this. If you weren't in the Welcome Ape space, you don't know this yet. The next board meeting is July 2nd. I heard that from Baron's lips to myself. Yes, final sweep, the 1,000 zucchinis. July 2nd, which is not June, but I think it's just because there's a lot of things happening. It sounded like a lot of things with in real life Clubhouse, which I assume we'll get an update on July 2nd. And then once we're in July, I mean, there's only so many weeks until we get some information on Project Dragon. If I was just completely guessing, completely guessing with no information that actually matters. They won't obviously do it that first week. I would assume we get information on Project Dragon the second week, and that Project Dragon is actually the third week. I'm being way too hopeful. It's probably gonna be the fifth week.
Dude, I need like a 2-week lead so I can be sick.
Yeah, I know. I just need it to happen in July, like when I'm not at school, like that would be great. So July's good. Selfishly, I would always like weekends better. Some people are like, I got so much stuff to do on the weekends. Dude, I don't. So I'd rather Project Dragon be on the weekend, selfishly. So Yuga, if you're listening, all Project Dragon things, if you want to do them on Saturdays, Sundays, I'm cool.
What they had for Apes Come Home, that was really good. Like it was at like 8 or 9 p.m. my time. I was like, great, I'm not at work.
Dude,
and I got up hits all the time zones too.
Dude, I got up for the first one. It was like 5 in the morning. We were streaming that Joker at 5 in the morning. I was definitely I was a zombie 100%.
How did you even wake up, bro?
Bro, I legitimately do not know. It was completely absurd. Would not recommend. Maybe I would though, because it was fun to be in there multiple times. That is cool. I do like the idea of that. I wonder, they won't do that this time because they want massive players, right? Density of players. So I think they're going to give. I wonder how long. Shit, man. Now I'm sitting here. If I keep talking, I'll talk too long. Man, that's interesting. I think it'll be all the same time zone. How long would it be? And I'll think it's going to be like maybe 2 hours.
Like I would probably give it like an hour and a half.
Yeah, probably. Hour and a half to 2 hours. That's what we're putting it on. We'll take side bets, not only for 1 ape coin though, or 10 zucchinis. Man, Justin, it's been a fast hour. So much to cover. Obviously, the big thing for us personally is the announcement that we were one of the fortunate 10 additional businesses that were able to get the accelerator program from Thank Ape. We are very, very thankful. And again, you're going to see that happening. You've already seen that actually. We already started doing more. I started doing the Friday fill-in, but now we're going to be bringing Justin in. We're going to be talking to some other people that we are having conversations with to continue to do dope shit and create this into a real freaking media brand and business that captivates the audience, shares great information, spotlights builders, and entertains. I think that's all important. And so that's what we are laser focused on. And I'm really, really excited to actually push go. Justin, any final thoughts before we wrap it this fine evening?
Join the Faraway Discord so you can get updates immediately. That's all I got to say. You can ask me directly too. But yeah, outside of that, everything else is going. I'm excited. It's just around the corner. It's like July is here.
Bro. Yes, July is here. It feels it's like I can taste it for sure now. And again, we're really excited to do these things. I would say you'll see a calendar and you'll see our rebranding happening pretty soon. That's going to happen pretty soon because we've been talking about this for a long time, actually. And so you'll see some of that new branding, some new fleshing out of things, and a monthly calendar happening very, very soon. Before Project Dragon, I can guarantee you that information will be done. That will be done before Project Dragon because, of course, we're going to be freaking streaming the shit out of Project Dragon. So with that, man, the sentiment feels good. What I would say, my last little comment, and you can sweep all the positivity you want, J-Dunk. Positivity is powerful. If that takes you curating your timeline more, if that takes you, really digging in and leaning into those conversations, those communities, etc., that you enjoy, I highly recommend it. I also highly recommend getting outside, doing some physical activity. I've been jumping on the Peloton the last 2 days just to get a sweat in and getting in the sauna. All those things are important. We kind of joke about it, but the reality is if you're staring at a screen the entire day, you may go semi or maybe completely insane. The sentiment to me personally feels much better. It feels like people are thinking more long-term. Doesn't mean it's perfect. Doesn't mean there won't be mistakes moving forward. But overall, I am super excited about what's ahead with Bored TV, with the Yuga Labs ecosystem, Thank Ape, ApeCoin, with the Web3 space as a whole, and of course, building with Justin and the fam with Bored Network & Co. With that, I want to say thank you, all of you that tuned in. If you had comments in this space, in this stream, we appreciate you. It definitely helps move the conversation. We like to interact with you. If you haven't yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel right now. It literally takes 1 minute. You go to our YouTube channel. It's right there in the upper right-hand corner. _Bored Media Group _. Okay? Do that. Hit the subscribe button. Even if you never watch YouTube ever. You're like, I don't even, how do you spell YouTube? It's you and then tube, TUBE.com. Okay? Go there, hit subscribe. If you never even watch it again, it does help us. If you haven't followed us on X, of course, do that. On Instagram, follow us on Instagram. We had like 5 or 6 people come through Instagram stream. I've got my other laptop over here streaming on Instagram. We love to interact with you. If we can help you in any way, if you have something that you're building, a protocol, if you've got an AIP that you want more love to, hit us up. We are happy to talk with you, have a call, make some dope content. And if you're up for coming on to our very soon to be live game show, is what I'll call it, with fun and laughing and entertainment, if you're interested in doing that, hit me up because I will be scheduling that out ASAP. One last thank you to Thank Ape. And man, appreciate you, Justin. Thank you so much for coming through. I cannot wait to see what we got going. I mean, I know what we got going. I can't wait to share with all of you. With that, it's Phil. It's Justin. This is Bored TV. Stay freaking bored. We out.
That money clip us now, the new now looks like, whoa, upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like, whoa, 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 whoa. I hit record a drop, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming now these cars and planes, I'm always boarding. Just out touring down in Charlotte like I play for Hornets. When I'm performing, never boring, now you can't afford it. Champagne Perrier, Finnish friends on my face.